one and all to the Claire Fluffle Kirby Month Burger Bonanza. Last time we talked about 4-0 burgers, and today we're talking about something burgers. These bad boys may only be slightly better, but one bite and you'll be instantly hooked because, hey, these burgers are still burgers. If you're excited for this year's Cooked Cow Cook-Off, smash that like button and be sure you ring that notification bell after subscribing. You can also let me know what you think about burgers in the comments below. Or if you're feeling fancy, you can tell me what your thoughts are on Kirby soundtracks that we'll be talking about alongside these delicious burgers. Shoutouts to my patrons who helped me run this burger show financially on my Patreon and get crazy rewards like early access to every video this month and future months. Super duper big shoutouts to the Head Pat and Fluffle Fan patrons, Biohazard, Dips Fiora, and Miss K says I activate part of grade. You guys are the best burgers ever! Okay, I don't know why I slipped into anime DDD there, but seriously, I love you guys. Thank you. Okay, enough of that. I promise this is the last video for Kirby Month where I'll be lumping a bunch of soundtracks together and calling them burgers. But while I could have lumped these soundtracks in the previous video, it didn't quite feel right. These aren't soundtracks that I'd call nothing. We're definitely at the point where I'm starting to really like the OST. Original soundtrack, by the way, I want to specify. Sorry, Dream Collection, I still love you. But I'm not super enthused about any of these either. That said, how are we gonna find out what I think about them if I keep yapping on about nothing? Or burgers, moreover. I'll tell you how! Okay, well, we actually have to talk about them. I'm not some insano who can telepathically give you my thought. Number 34, Kirby Fighters Deluxe. My thoughts on this one are very similar to the Dream Collection and how this is mostly reused tracks, and those are all very good, but the few new tracks we have here are very good, just like the Dream Collections. I guess the big difference is that Kirby Fighters Deluxe has a much more fighting game soundtrack. What's here is super energetic and fun, and I really appreciate that. It is certainly not as good as what we got in Kirby Fighters 2, but that's another story for down the line. What really pushes this over the edge for me, though, is the character select music. Seriously, listen to this bop. Jokes aside, though, that is a bop, but the history of a day-to-day track that's been used in multiple games since originated here, and it is great! I vividly remember hearing the Dream Course theme put in here and losing my mind. I really like Dream Course's music, and I love that boss music. I was a happy puppy, let's just say. Number 33, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe. Again, not even close to what we got from Super Kirby Clash, but still really good in its own right. I take this over Fighters Deluxe, mostly for the town theme, or to be specific, the first town theme. It's so calm and relaxing, really gentle, and fits the theme of a cozy town really well. It may actually be one of my favorites in the entire series, at least as far as the more relaxing tracks are concerned. It's really, really good. It definitely lacks an original sounding tracks, or at the very least ones that leave a memorable impression for me. Nothing bad, but this was the beginning of the Kirby fatigue that Return brought about for many people. It never really hit me, but for the spin-off soundtracks, it certainly did for me with this game, hence the lower placement. Although I wonder if there's somebody out there who really likes the soundtrack to Team Kirby Clash Deluxe for the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. Play DEXUS.
Hi, Claire, hi. Thanks for having me on here, Claire. Team Kirby Clash was a cute little expansion of Kirby Planet Robobot's Kirby Clash subgame that sold for $7 on the eShop. Because of the small price tag and concept as a whole, this game's soundtrack is barely even an hour long, running at less than 40 minutes of music. However, just because it's little, it doesn't mean that it's not a good time. You do two things in Team Kirby Clash. You embark on epic journeys and engage on great battles, and then you spend your free time going shopping back at home. So of course, this game's soundtrack has a great mix of both slow-paced, cozy tracks and exciting bombastic arrangements. Just like any great Kirby soundtrack, it consists of remixes from previous games alongside a fair share of great original compositions, some of which later became iconic, like the town theme for example. The first time you hear it, it's a cozy track representing your arrival to an empty town. As you progress throughout the game, it gains more and more instrumentation representing Kirby's and the town's growth, turning the town not just into Kirby's new home, but a safe haven for everyone. However, the very same track gets an epic rendition for the Ordeal battle theme, representing just what you're fighting for. Speaking of battle themes, the final boss tracks for this game are something else, man. In Kirby Triple Deluxe, we don't get much of Tyrance's theme, but here we finally do in the form of Dark Tyrance's theme, and it's as great as I hoped. And then we get an even better music track for the game's Through final battle. Coming from another universe's mirror world, the dark copy of the Dream Kingdom's king emerged from a dark mirror. And upon revealing that he has fallen as the host of the dangerous Dark Mind, we get one of my favorite official Kirby mashup remixes ever. Like, oh my god, it's so good. Dark Mind's theme is admittedly not that good on its own in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. However, when you mix it up with one of the most legendary, iconic tracks in Kirby's history, the masterpiece that is Mask DDD's theme, woo! Boy, does it go hard! This is such a great track that I'm now going to make a quick breakthrough of it. Claire, since you're such a good girl, yes you are, I hope you don't mind me taking over so I can gush about this modern musical masterpiece for like, I don't know, maybe around 30-ish minutes. That's not a lot, right? I know you don't mind. The track slowly begins with the introduction to Mask DDD's
Number 32, Kirby Star Stacker. I don't think I've ever talked about Star Stacker in a video and not mentioned its Super Nintendo sequel, Super Star Stacker, and that's not about to change. The music for Star Stacker is very good, you could call me a fan of it, but the Super Nintendo version definitely has the better tracks. I'm gonna cut myself off there though, because that's only a small part of why I rank Star Stacker so low. I'm a fan of the Game Boy version's music for sure, but I'm not super into it. The beginner music is really good especially. That simplicity and charm of 8-bit really comes into full force here. There are some other standout tracks, like the title screen and some of the other in-level music, but it doesn't really stand out to me very much. Most of it is fine, nothing bad, I still like it, but I'll have much more to say when we get to the Super Nintendo version. Because of course I will. Number 31, Day-to-Day's Drum Dash Deluxe. This being a rhythm game, you'd hope that the music is good, and it is. It's all really good, actually. The old unchanged tracks are all really good for playing a rhythm game, almost like Kirby music is insanely good or something. What an insane thought I had there. But we're just looking at the new stuff here. There's plenty of great tracks to pick from. Both the Crown remixes are very good, and I am a big fan of the City Trial remix they have here. It feels right out of Free Run, and as a kid, I was a big fan of that mode for some reason, so it gets brownie points for me. The Arrange of Floral Fields from Triple Deluxe, though, that's my favorite. It's adorable! This captures the spirit and essence of the original track so well. Like, I would play this during a relaxing picnic and change to the TDX version when I get up from the eating just to be in a field of flowers under a blue sky with poofy white clouds. Fantastic! but there's only like 5 new tracks here. Floral Field, City Trial, The Two Crowns, the title screen. Oh, is there anything else? TDX's Boss Music got remixed. That's also a really good pop. Yeah, that's it. I've talked about this a few times over the years, but when I play a rhythm game, I'm not making do with this few tracks. I can handle a Kirby game with a small quantity of music, like the Dream Collection, but when a rhythm game specifically does that, I get kind of upset. Granted, the new tracks are so good that I can't help but place it higher than something like, again, the Dream Collection, sorry. But a rhythm game with this little to offer just really rubs me the wrong way. I really, really want an expanded version of this here. If we get that, I'll rank it higher, but for now, sorry, Drum Dash Deluxe fans. Half-hearted apologies out of the way, I think that covers it for this video. Fighters Deluxe under Kirby Clash Deluxe, both less than Star Stacker, and all 3 fall to Floral Fields and Drum Dash Deluxe. And the rest of the soundtrack, I guess. I don't have much to add, unlike yesterday's video. Check that out, by the way. Other than that, I definitely like Drum Dash Deluxe's music much more than everything below it. I would have given it its own video, but again, I need to fit all of these soundtracks into 1 month. It's kind of hard, you know? But if you enjoyed the video or are very upset about the disrespect given to the highly esteemed Kirby Fighters Deluxe, let me know in the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to think about these soundtracks, at least now that we're into the ones that I genuinely like. For now, though, I've been Claire. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you around in another video. What's up, burger beholders? We just had 4 tasty burgers, and you can eat even better by going to my Patreon. Oh, I don't feel like doing this bit anymore. No more burgers. Check out my Patreon, please. Thank you. Bye.